What's up, everybody? Here we go. What's up, creepers? And Geekers Christy Atari Creep. How's everyone doing today? Of course, as soon as I hit go, a child walks through the room. That's all right, though. That's all right. What's going on, everybody? We're going to be working on a guitar today. Finally motivated. Finally motivated to get this going. And I'll change the view. I'll change the view so you can see what I'm doing here. I just figured I'd come on this way to you know, whatever. Shut up. To get started, anyway. So, so what we're dealing with is here, and I do have the webcam back out, so we'll be able to see what's going on with that. Um, I call this my CHISP. It's a knockoff ESP James Hetfield. Some people call it the elk head. Some people call it the deer head. I'm pretty sure it's an elk. I'm pretty sure it's a fucking elk. And it technically was free. Hopefully you heard any of that anyway. But it being an import, it has issues. It has issues. First of all, I need to give it a setup. There are a few dead notes down here. I hit it with the fret rocker. It doesn't seem like there are any high frets, so it's definitely the adjustability here. As a matter of fact, on the bridge, there are set screws. And a lot of times what ends up happening is when people want to raise and lower the bridge, we'll get to all this here in more of a visual demo when we get to that. They try to raise and lower the bridge without undoing the set screw. And those set screws are crazy cheap aluminum. And it looks like someone has tried to raise this because the screw that raises the bridge up and down is all marred. I mean, I'll be able to use it. It's just, it looks like someone struggled, and that's probably exactly why they didn't loosen up the screw. So I'm kind of afraid to loosen it up a little bit. And I already kind of have. And we're still getting a little. Plus, I've never checked to see if this thing has a truss rod. So we'll eventually do that. But my main goal today is to install a couple of potentiometers, or as we call it in the trade, the pot. A pot. Both volume and tone. However, in this case, I'm going to go as simple as possible. I'm just going to go volume, volume. That's how James does his. And these are active ESP. They're not EMG pickups. These are from a USA ESP guitar. I don't know where the dude got it, but he literally just swapped out the pickups and added the battery. And he didn't swap the pots. So a little bit about guitars. And I'm probably going to talk as if like nobody knows anything. So please don't be belittled by how I'm going to sit here and chat at you. Hold on one second. I got to get some. Um, and if we talk about it, it's just going to be in basic. It's just going to be in basic, language. Potentiometers, basically your volume and your tone knobs. They come in a variety of different values. Basically, look at them like a resistor, a variable resistor, I believe they used to call them, because you can go from complete 100 resistance to whatever the pot valued at. Typically, for 500K, you would be looking for for a humbucking style pickup, which is one of these square bastards. You'd be looking at a 500K. Whereas if they were the thin single coils, like on, say, a Fender or something like that, you'd be looking at 250K. It just has something to do with the value of the potentiometer and how it interacts with the coil of the pickup. I don't know the exact sciences behind it, but I know if you cross contaminate, weird things can happen. Whereas with active pickups, they need 25K. 25K. So that's what I did. We went online. Actually, my missus somehow mysteriously got a $200 gift card for Amazon. So she picked this up for me. I asked her to. It's like $10, just two 25K pots. They're both the same taper. I didn't get, typically you have an A and a B. B is your tone, A is your volume. Again, I don't know the science behind it. Jet, what's going on, buddy? Thanks for popping in, man. I don't know what the full science is behind it, but these are both A or B. I can't remember. But either way, we're going to wire them both up exactly the same. They're going to both be volume. We don't need any capacitors or anything like that. It's going to be as simple as possible. Pick up to the pot to the ground, and the output jack or input jack, depending on who you are and what you want to call it. It's really that simple. It's that simple. It's just a matter of getting these ugly fucking things off. I hate these. Some brands will come with a set screw. These did not. Again, cheap Chinese crap. So when doing this, you want to come from all angles and just slowly lift up. This is a tool I have. You could do this with a screwdriver and just something underneath it. Very light leverage, and it should just pop right off. Should just pop right off. With a cheaper style pot, that very well could pop right out. Oh shit! I think we're running into our first issue already. Oh well, what are you gonna do? What are you gonna do? So let me get this one off. And what I mean there is the shaft on these. Well, no, I got set guts. I can make it work. I think I might have got something that might be a little too long. That's all right. That's all right. We can make it work, right? We can make it work. Richie Skulls, what's going on, brother? What's going on? This thing here is literally this is for an acoustic guitar. It's just like a little thing. Um, ESP actually has a tool that used to come out that was perfect for stuff like this. Literally pulling these up and loosening these up. I didn't bring anything. I'm gonna have to use a pair of pliers to loosen these up. I didn't bring any of my wrenches over, um, or my sockets, I should say. But I got this. It's an acoustic guitar kind of thing. It's for the end pins that would be in an acoustic. So sometimes you get enough bite to get underneath one of these with this, and luckily we're able to finagle these off. Now, in this case, if I broke the pot, give a fuck. I'm not using them again. Well, I'll put them aside and use them. They're 500K pots. They're fine. They have a little more resistance than I'd like. Some people like that, but that's all right. That's all right. So we got both these off. Before we do anything else, let me put this with my parts. Pull these off. I only did this so I could protect the finish. Just to protect the finish. Oh shit, we got stops going on in the chitter chat. Hold on. I missed the barrel. I missed the fucking barrel. The computer is kind of far away from me. And by far I mean like 4 or 5 feet away. So uh straighten up that place. I had to rebuild my computer yesterday. Oh wow. Straightening up the place, had to rebuild my computer yesterday. Hopefully for pleasure and not because it broke. um Although a rebuilt computer is always fun. Sorry to hear that if it was a problem. And congrats if you just wanted to upgrade. Jet says, hi, Richie. Hi, Jet. All right, you guys are kissing and hugging. Not a muchacho. Is that what I can't see it. These glasses are all fucked up too because I keep doing this to them to put them down. And now the lenses are absolute garbage. Great way to start a day. Yeah, man. It's been a rough weekend. I had a real rough weekend. Where's my thing? I always keep a soft brush. I don't know why I'm doing this. We're going to be removing, at least I'm going to be removing the strings. I don't know if we'll get that far today. We'll see. I may do this in 2 segments, take a break, and then come back. I don't know. We'll see. We'll see. But let's flip this. Let's flip this pancake. We'll get into the guts. We'll get into the guts. I wish I had better cameras and stuff. So you could see this stuff better, but it's all right. It's all right. Oh, you know what I don't have? Shit the fuck. I do have one. Always get yourself some kind of container for your screws, especially if you're in a dining room and you literally just shoved everything to the side to make this happen. I don't know if you noticed, but the towel underneath here, not by happenstance, is one I got a year or two ago from the Alzheimer's Association. Association. So keep that in mind. There is a link down below. Holy shit. Holy shit. I forgot about in here. Oh my god, I wish you guys could see this. This is horrible. I don't know how this thing makes noise. What? How is this even making noise? Oh man, we just got fucking wires everywhere. So what he ended up doing was just like twisting wires and just leaving it. Whoever did the swap for the cool ESP pickup, there is no designation for anything here. So I'm gonna have to label every one of these fucking wires. Oh no. All right, so I'll just put a G for the ones that are ground. That's frustrating. I just want to swap out pots, man. I'll try to give you guys a view here in a second. I'll try to give you guys a view here in a second. Do I even have a Sharpie over here? What the fuck, kids? All right, that's a G for good guy. You know what? I am going to remove this wire. Always tin your solder, your soldering iron. All right, there we go. I'm going to remove these ground wires so I can reuse these. I'm removing a ground wire that jumps from one of the potentiometers to the next. God damn it, it's going to be a pain in the ass. But I'll try to give you a close-up of what's going on in here. Oh my god. You know, I get it. I really do get it. I don't know. I really don't know what this guy was doing with this. This is gonna be a fucking pain in my dick. God damn it. You know what I should do? I should just get a set of Fishman fluents that come with everything. I don't have to worry about the wires. Don't cut the blue wire. You know what, dude? It's funny that you said that, Richie. It's funny that you said that because the wire here in the middle, it's blue. It's blue. The one I was just trying to unsolder. Oh my god. And I can see why the tone knob doesn't really work. You know what? I'm just gonna snip this. I'm just gonna snip this. I don't fuck I didn't bring any snips. You know what I do have though? I have this. I'm just taking this right off the pot. Gimme. Gimme. Alright, so this is the ground from or the damn it. This is the jack, the output jack. So let me unsolder that. Another thing that this guy did is he looped the wire in the pot. And that makes for a nice secure connection. But you know what else it does? It makes Chris angry. Because it was harder to get out. Oh my Jesus. You know, I'm going to take a quick picture of this nightmare. Hold on. Let me take a quick picture and then we'll chitter chat because I have no idea what's going on here. take a couple of shots. Things out of the way. All right. Good enough for government work, right? Good enough for government. Oh shit, what's going on over here? Da-da-da. Hey, Clico Joe, what's going on, brother? What's going on, my friend, man? All right. You know what? I'm just gonna cut all of these grounds and leave them together because they all have to go together after anyway. So yeah, fucking yank this out. Bam. Have a nice day. All right. So this is gonna go here. All right. Yeah, I don't know. What a mess, guys. What a fucking mess. What a mess. All right. Let's get these pots out of here. Give me that. I'll take that. Yes, this must come off of another thing because it has both a lead and a ground. And it was just being used as a ground wire. That was a potential problem right there. All right, let me stuff all this in here. Let me pull these pots out. I should have unplugged the battery. What the fuck ever. Whatever. Towel like this. Okay, good. That will touch. That will touch. So, but yeah, my towel here is an Alzheimer's towel. Wink, wink, nudge, nudge. Link down below. Never super chat it. These are actually not bad pots. They're full size 500K. I think they're alpha pots, actually. Nope, they're not. But regardless, these aren't bad at all. I will save them for a project that requires them. But this guitar just doesn't have that going on, man. Doesn't have that going on. It needs 25K, not 500. Why? I don't. That's just a deal. That's just a fucking deal, you know? All right, so we're going to remove the guitar for now. We're going to remove the guitar for now. I'm going to prep my new pots. I'm going to prep my new pots with these bad Larrys. I got these. I got this for like next to nothing. I got a cheap soldering setup, which is outside. I use it for melting plastic and shit. And solder sucker with this and a multimeter, which I don't have anymore because the girls got wet and it broke. I do have a multimeter here. We'll check out the pots and see what they or the pickups, and we'll see what they read. But um, I got this out of my truck, my Avalanche. It was in the back. All I did was replace it. Good to go. Good to go. All right, what were we doing? The pots. Ah, these will work. These should work fine. I was worried about the shaft length. I was worried about the shaft length, but let me do this. Let me do this. All right. So let's put these over here. But yeah, if you're working with budget stuff, but you want something that's going to work well, Music Lily on Amazon is actually a really good company. Um, you're not going to get top shelf shit from this. But when I ordered my Wilkinson bridge for another guitar project I got going on, it came from them. It was actually branded Wilkinson and them. They're great products, and they have tiers. You can buy the dirt cheap shit, or you can buy a medium grade, or you can buy almost a professional import version of guitar parts from these guys, and they're not bad. They're not bad. The tuners I have on my Strat are vintage style, pseudo locking, meaning you have to put the string into the peg, bring it over, and spin it once or twice, and then tune up properly. I got those from here for like $20, if that. I don't even think it was like 15. And they're some of the better tuners I've used in a long time. They hold well. In fact, I haven't played the Strat in probably a good week or two. And I bet you with the humidity fluctuations going on around here lately, I bet you it's in fucking tune right now. I bet you it's in tune right now. So, okay, going back to potentiometer 101. This is how we're gonna play this game. So you got three. I hope you can see. I hope you can see. You got three lugs. Okay. What we're concerned with doing is grounding the first one here, which would be to the far right if you're looking at it with lugs towards you. The one to the far left here is your input. Excuse me. That's going to either be your pickup direct or from the switch. In our case, it's going to be from the switch. And this middle one here is going out to the jack. So, yeah. Again, in our case, though, it's going to be from the switch. It's going to be from the switch. So basically, what I got to do now is I just got to ground off this one peg. And how most people do that, you can actually see it here, is they'll bend the lug to touch the shaft or the body of the potentiometer and just ground it that way because all of your grounds are eventually going to touch up here. And then these are available for, jerking off. I don't know. Do whatever you want to do with them. Um, but yeah, that's your basics. That's your basic guitar knowledge for the day. So, personally, myself, I'm not a fan of bending the lug in the event that things break, but we will probably do that today. Let me find my glasses. See if there's anything going on in the chitter chat. Reminds me. Okay, let's see. Don't cut the blue wire. Reminds me of the good old times. Rebuilding arcades. Right on, man. Always ground. Always be grounded. Absolutely. All right, so I like to pull them. Oh wow, these are super thin, and that's why I don't like doing this. I mean, breaking them would not be too much of a fucking problem. I mean, you could go straight from the base of it. As long as it's all grounded, who cares? You know. Oh man, that was sketchy. That was sketchy. Not go on top. Is that long enough to go up and over? Let's find out. Yes, it is. Yes, it is. And I'm just gonna bend it forward. So there is no chance in hell that's not touching. And at the same time, I'm scraping up the pot a little bit to give the solder somewhere to stick to. Okay. All right, let's bring this back up and over. You don't want to do this too many times. Okay, here we go. There we go. That's it. It's not always about, it's not really about you watching me work on this thing. It's really just more about the chatting. Chitter chat. All right, so how about them Olympics, huh? That breakdancing, man. Oh my gosh. That breakdancing competition. We're being fucking trolled, people. Serious. The Olympics is trolling us. You can't convince me otherwise. Somebody within the Olympic Committee said, you know what? Nobody watches this shit anymore anyway. So fuck it. So here's another thing that we're going to do here. I am going to tin all the rest of the connections here. Basically, put a little bit of solder on each one of them. Because then what we'll do is we'll put solder on the wires. and then it'll be easier for them to connect. So you don't want to put too much heat on these for too long. You can melt and burn components. Perfect. And if you can see my solder joints, they're shiny, ready to rock and roll. I think that's connected. I'm gonna have to hope it is. So there you go. I pot solders. Now what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna make a scrape on the top of each one, and I'm gonna put a blob of solder on there too for your main grounds. That blue wire that we just cut. That's not really doing it. I need some sharper. Well, you don't get much sharper than a scalpel. There we go. That's what we're looking for. Ba-dum-bum-bum-ba-dum. Shit. Anything else going on here? Olympics are dead. Yeah, you know what? I don't know. Reminds me of the good old times, always ground. Hella guy. Hella gay. Okay. The Olympics are dead. Yeah, I know. I used to enjoy them when I was younger. I don't know. You know what it is? And let's not get political. It just seems like everything has to have a fucking, some kind of a ulterior motive, cause. Maybe that's it. Everything has to have a fucking cause these days. Fucking tired of it. I get it. I get humanity. I get, you know, I get it all. I really do. And I'm not against any of it. I'm not against inclusion. I'm not against, whatever. I'm just against it going where it doesn't belong. They're fucking being force fed it. I don't watch space movies for inclusion. Gay rights or any of that stuff. I got a gay daughter. I don't care about any of that. I don't know. I don't know. I get it, but I don't get it. I don't want to get it, and I don't give a shit. Everyone should just live their fucking happy little lives and not force feed anything on anyone, except for when I get angry. All right, so this is what I'm going to do. I am going to reuse this for the ground. I am going to reuse this for the ground, but we're not going to use that little white wire that's in there. We're just going to connect these little fuckers between the two of these. So we're going to bring them in closer and bring them in like this. And touch the sky. All right. So I am purposefully leaving a lot of lead here because I don't have the guitar right here. I have no idea how much I need. So let's do this. Let's do this. Let's get rid of this for now. I just need to tin these wires. Let's tin the wires. What else is going on here? Okay, we got chitter chatter going. This might be too much wire, but man, I shouldn't say anything now, but the soldering's going well. Sometimes soldering can be a pain in the ass. And I haven't done it for a while, so. All right, let's put the pot back on here. Let's loosen this up. These helping hands, man, I swear to God. Well, what I did without them for years and years and years. Okay, so I'm just literally going to blob these together. And then what we're going to do is we're going to throw this into the guitar. I know it'd probably be better not to wire it that way, but everything's in the guitar right now. So, and I got to clean up all those wires. They were literally just all twisted together. They were all just twisted together. And I'm not going to sit here and say that every time I do work on my own guitars um, that I do the cleanest job. Or just, I at least do it proper, And you heading out, kid? She's got her fucking noiseless headphones on. Do you have kids at home? You know, they're quiet. They have their headphones on and they're noise canceling too. Okay, we're just gonna let that sit for a minute. Let me go grab the guitar. The guitar. Let's go up here. Let's see. Sure it does, dude. Lame. For the record, I don't care if you're gay. Just keep that shit away from the kids. Yeah, whatever. Whatever. I feel that way too. No one cares if you're gay or not. Just stop telling children about it. Like teachers with the flag in the fucking classroom, elementary school. It's like, first of all, you're there to fucking teach math and reading and writing. No one wants to know what you do in your personal time. In fact, our teachers went out of their fucking way to make sure we didn't know what their personal time stuff was. Although we would go after them too if they fucked around. Uh, Gay people don't molest. Pedos molest. Absolutely, pedos molest. I'm sick of fucking tired of people thinking that gay people molest children. All walks of life do that stuff. Honestly, it's let's not go down this road, guys. Come on. I was just saying that the Olympics is just another example of force feeding something that has nothing to do with the Olympics into it. I get the spirit of it. They fucked it up. Period. Um, what do you qualify it when the next sentence? Don't put me anywhere close to those kinds of people. What did you qualify it? Next sentence. I don't understand what you're saying there, Chad. I'm sorry, buddy. Why did you qualify it with that next sentence? Don't put me anywhere close to those kinds of people. I sorry, but I don't know what you're asking. I'm not bright. Let me get the guitar. Oh no! That's almost sucked. I almost pulled this whole thing fucking apart. I almost pulled the whole fucking kit and caboodle apart. Just got caught on something. All right, so I got a ground here. Let me resolder. I mean, re-tin this. All right, hon. Be careful. Have fun. You going where? Into the outs? Right, but where though? Okay. Have fun. All right. Take your doll with you. All right, be careful. Love you. Bye. Be careful. Love you. Bye. Fuck, I hate it when I blob solder into my guitars. But I'm like, you know what? I'm getting to the point of this fucking project where I don't know if I want anything to do with it now. Oh man, these wires are all fucking gross. Fucking kid. And it's funny when I showed up to the thing, the guy's like, "Yeah, the thing plays great." The strings were decked down to the fretboard. He even had his amp set up for me to play, And I'm like, I don't care. I guess I don't care, but dude's like, "Yeah, it plays awesome." I got home. I was like, "It doesn't play at all. You gotta." I don't know. There we go. Where's my? They use the cheapest shit too. ESP. All right, where are those? Where are those fingers? I just need something to hold it up. Oh, come on, man. Let's get rid of this stuff. Let's get rid of this stuff. Oh, you know what? I gotta check something here. I gotta check something here. Dun, 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 dun. Oh well, I can't find it. Doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. All right. Sorry about that. Just do this and hold it like that. Preferably over the thing. So the wire I'm doing right now is the one from the three-way toggle switch that's wired to the middle points. I'm sorry, I'm just looking at all the wires on this switch, and they're all just braided together. Oh, I might have to pull this whole fucking thing apart. God damn it. It's all right. That's all right. Let's tin these up. It was working fine. I suppose if I just put it together, it'll be fine. Although this wire here, I don't trust as far as I could fucking throw it. It won't even hold solder. There we go. I didn't want to pull out my wire. I really didn't. I even brought like an extra length of it here. I really didn't want to pull out any of it. All right, so this is a nightmare as well. Like this is making me so angry. I want to message this guy. I mean, I've had this thing for how long now? I want to message this guy and be like, "Why? Why, bro? Why are you like this?" There we go. That one's cooperating. So many stray little hairs on these wires. All right, that technically should be it. I should just be able to put the pots in here, make a couple of connections, and fucking Bob's your uncle. Let me tin this one. Let me tin this one. I'm also afraid with how thin these wires are that my helping hands here are gonna melt. I'm going to be hopefully putting some fucking Seymour Duncans in this eventually. And here's a little, I guess, a little preview for you guys. I'm thinking about getting the dime bag set to put in this. I almost bought. There's a Dave Mustaine set. That's basically a JB Jazz or JB 59. I can't remember. I almost want to take this tape off. I do have shrink tube. What is this one from? Where did this fucking wire come from? I hope you guys can see this mess. We might be halting this and turning this into a video game stream. Can you see the switch? This is the switch right here. Can you see that? Can you see how nasty that is? How fucking crazy is that? All right, so this right here is probably the bridge pickup wire, which tells me that this one here, these aren't even soldered on. They were just twisted together. Oh my god. All right, so I mean, In all fairness, fuck, I'm gonna have to rewire every one of these wires and tin them, and sucks. So a while back, my daughter was walking to school, right? She's walking to school. Let me move this so I can see the fucking chat. And she sends me a text message with these two guitars leaning against a fence. One of them was what I found out was an early 2000s Jackson. I thought it was a 90s, but it was still a Japan made one. And and what I thought was an Ibanez Universe. Of course, it wasn't. It was a fake Chinese copy of an Ibanez Universe, but it was nice. And we were going to do stuff with that on my other channel, my vlog channel. I do a lot of guitar stuff over there. I'm trying to keep it away from here, but yeah, live streams are different. Oh, let me tin my. There we go. Very important to tin the soldering iron before you try to tin a wire, honestly. Or you could just be sitting there heating up the damn wire all fucking day long. You tin inside here on the switch. So I'm like, you know what? Grab the one with the mirror pick guard. I'll be right there to pick you up. It's literally right around the corner. So I did. I went and picked her up, and I'm like, okay, cool. I don't think this is real, but cool, whatever, right? I don't get. I really don't get any of this. I don't get what he was doing. Um, and I ended up going back and grabbing the Jackson too. I wasn't going to originally because I didn't want to get too greedy, but I grabbed it anyway. And we were working on the Ibanez, and I'm like, you know what? Fucking hate. I legitimately hate um, Floyd Roses. That was the type of bridge that was on it. So I put it out there to trade for a non-Floyd seven. It was a seven string. Um, Seven string, and no one really bit, you know. And then one morning, this popped up, and this is also a Chinese copy. So I messaged him. I said, "Hey, copy for a copy," and he was like, "You know what? Yeah, I've always wanted an Ibanez." So I did. I drove 2 hours to go pick this up. So I'm not out any money if I can't figure this out. Gosh darn it. I don't know what they were doing here. I can't see what wire's going where. The switches are, it's actually a really nice one. I'll give them that. I'll give them that. All right. So this one is going to the bridge pickup. This one is the neck pickup. Move that aside. I know you can't see what's going. Oh, that's not soldered either. I'm not pulling it apart. I'm just gonna put a blob of solder and pray. Oh my god. People like, how come you don't just become a guitar tech? Well, first of all, you can't just become a guitar tech. That's one of those jobs where like you don't really work all the time. What is this? What is this? Where did this come from? Oh, okay. I see what's going on here. All right. I see. I see. I see. I see. I see. Oh, and it just came off. Well, actually, that helps me out. I can get rid of all of this nonsense now. Fucking get it. Let me solder. Put some solder on a few spots that need it. You get out of my way. There we go. There we go. I'm sorry, I'm ignoring the chat right now. I'm just in awe. I don't know how this worked. before. And maybe that's why I was getting the horror sound that I was when I did. I'll get to the chat here in a second. Let me just continue observing. All right, so this has to be the neck pickup. I don't know what this is. Oh, okay. Light finally shines on Marblehead. This is the battery. All right, all right. So these two are going to go together. Oh, Jesus Christ, help me. Help me. I'll get to the chat here in a second. I need a break. Yeah, people ask me all the time, what you work on? This is why. Because you never know who the fuck has been in the thing before. And then once you get to a point where it's like you have this kind of a mess where I'm familiar with what's going on. I don't get why they did what they did. The wires are kind of where they need to be, but they're like haphazard and just kind of forced in there. And who gives a fuck, right? Who gives a fuck? All right, what's going on in here? What's going on in here? Children, why equality with. There's an NES game, Halloween themed. You should play. It's called Creeping It Real. Seriously? I'm gonna sue them. I'm gonna sue the fuck out of them. Just kidding. NES creeping it. Is it creep in or creeping? Let's see. Creeping. Let's add the G. All right. I'll be looking for that. I don't have an NES emulator. In fact, all I have is Stella right now. I've just been too lazy. I'm testing some Zoom AI functionality for my boss right now. And I keep seeing all these curse words in transcript. It's picking up your audio. That's awesome, Kaliko Joe. I'm glad I can help with your work. That's why I just strip everything and start from scratch with a new components. I know, dude. I'm swapping everything out of this in the future. Just a little heads up. I'm in the middle of training. I'm in the middle of training for a new career that fits with my physical limitations because of my hip and stuff. So I finally smartened up and said, well, I need to learn an actual marketable skill. So let's let's do that. What am I looking for? I'm looking for my screws or my bolts, my nuts and washers, my nuts and my washers. All right, let me get this fucking thing out of here for now. But yeah, that's cool, man. That's cool. I heard some guy talking about AI the other day, and I don't know how true this is because, again, I don't know the science of it. Ooh, I got a musiclily.com pick. These things are garbage, but if you ain't got nothing, I suppose it'll do, pig. It'll do. I um I watched this guy talk about AI, and he's like, everyone's so worried about AI taking over and everything. He says, what you need to understand about AI today is it's basically just doing what we do at an exponentially higher speed. In other words, it's not literally doing it on its own. It's basically just Googling the entire world and trying to come up with a response rather than it having its own intelligence. And I don't know if that's true or not, but that sounds about right to me. I guess we don't have to worry about fucking Terminators just yet. I might not have to use these second nuts to set a height. I thought these were going to be too high, but I don't know. Let's put them in here anyway. There is a lot of space in this, like a lot of space. Oh, you know what? No nut. No inner nut. And here I am thinking these were going to be too fucking long. Long duck dong. Long? Where's my automobile? Automobile? I wasn't a fan of a lot of those movies. I mean, 16 Candles is cool. I dig 16 Candles, and The Breakfast Club was kind of like a staple in my house every Thanksgiving. As far as like, for some reason, we would always just end up reciting, stupid, worthless, no good, preloaded, goddamn, that kind of crap. Um, but Long Duck Dong is like, I want him for president. No more Yankee, my wanky. Dunga tired. There we go. Fucking Hughes, man. Fucking Hughes. But you're right, Clico Joe. You are 100% right. But if I didn't have plans to actually put nice equipment in here, because overall the guitar sounds great. It rings beautifully acoustically, and it plays very well. It plays very well. I mean, it needs a setup, but all right, it needs a setup. Bam, there we go. Let's hope I don't fuck this up. Okay, so let me. Please excuse me 1 second here while I just think about my next approach. Okay, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to unsolder what I just soldered because I need to put these two wires together to go into this one spot. There we go. So we need these two together. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to twist it. I just run this over real quick. Ow! That's ouchie. You know what? Good enough for government work. Good enough for government work. I'm at the point where I'm saying to myself, maybe I should just wire up one volume for both of them. But it's like, no, I want to be able to. Fuck, the ground won't. Yep, 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 yep. Yep. Get on there. It's finally a win. Finally a fucking win. So this is going to go right here. Solder on here. I don't know where my spool is. I got a bunch of these little things hanging around, but I have an actual spool somewhere. What was I doing? Okay, let me get this out of the way. I was connecting this to the potentiometer so that it can potentially ohmet. And just like that. And then I'm going to ground it. I'm going to ground it. I don't know. Something about this whole operation is. Uh, This technically should be connected to the output. But sorry, guys, I don't mean to keep fading out on you. I'm trying to maneuver this highway that's all over the place. I'm deciding on where I want to put this. This goes to the jack. I mean, I know where it's supposed to go. Now let's do that. We'll just do that. We'll just do that. Goodness. I wouldn't have the patience for this if to do it professionally. I would legit call the kid out and be like, "What the fuck did you send me? What am I working on here?" Because I fucking hate it. I hate you. This is highly irregular. Hey, come on, you bitch hog. Put the solder on here. Now I'm just trying to ground the jack, the jack ground. All right, let's take a little break from this for a few minutes. See what's going on in the chitter chat. Let's see. Click, haha, I'm testing the zooms. Yep, that's why I do every component. Okay, never mind. I thought maybe there'd be more chitter chatter. All right, so now I need a ground this. All right, pull up. I'm gonna pull up a soldering diagram here. Oh my God, who the fuck is messaging me so much? I don't know. Da-da-da, let's see. Just to make sure I'm doing this correct. Dun, 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 dun. That just gave me a whole bunch of two, three-way. What is it sending me? Bam! There we go. I got the exact shit. I might have to rewire this whole thing. Holy hell. All right, so these two need to be connected. These two need to be connected. Where's the jack? There is the jack. The jack has to be grounded. That's grounded properly. That's proper. And that's proper. Yeah, I don't know. I genuinely don't know. So let me connect the battery ground to the ground. How are these connected? All right, that's how. I think we're gonna be calling it a day on this one here in a second because what I am gonna end up doing is pulling most of this apart again. Mainly the switch, because the switch literally has just braided wire everywhere. It is a few things not going to the right spot. So I'm going to have to try to figure that out. I was kind of hoping this would be a simple little thing. Literally just swapping out two pots. But okay, so let me try to explain this the best I can. You have a three-way switch, right? Let me. You have a three-way switch, and it has two prongs going like this, and one in the middle, and then you have a ground on the other side. And each one of the outer rings are for your pickups. So you put your bridge pickup on one, and your neck pickup on the other. And then the middle one is your signal going out. What you would need is a wire going from the switch to the pot and your pickup going to the same lug on the pot. And then you ground it off. And then you do the same thing for the other pickup. This is not wired that way. And I am honestly baffled that this thing not only made sound, but I was able to use both pickups. And when I used the tone, it was weird. It did this fucking bizarre thing where it actually made the guitar sound better. It didn't act like a tone. It almost acted like a boost. And I thought maybe there was a boost in here. I also thought maybe someone put this thing called a black ice cap, which you can buy at Stuart McDonald. And it's basically just like a clipping diode. Maybe I should have said that it's a diode that you install onto the guitar, and when you roll up the whatever it is, whether it's the volume or the tone, I can't remember what you attach it to. It gives you that. It gives you a little bit more. It pushes the amp a little bit more, especially if you have um, a tube amp. But that's not in here either. I honestly thought that was going to be in here. So we are going to put this back together just for now. And I am going to just hold off until I have everything proper because the way they have it wired, I'm not going to be able to make it do anything. I don't know how they had this thing working. I need to get myself my wire, which is in a box somewhere over there, and I'm literally just going to rerun everything. I apologize for this being anticlimactic. If you let me give me a moment to clean everything up, what I'll do is I'll set up the Stella, and maybe we could play a few games. I was able to download Wall Jump Ninja, so we will start with playing that. Last time we were streaming, someone had mentioned that it might have been you, Alan, right? Either way, let me put all this stuff here. I turned my soldering iron off. I got a really nice soldering iron. It came from Harbor Freight. Don't fucking judge me. But it actually was purchased by a friend of mine. He was like, "Hey, Chris, I have a guitar and I have pickups that are in another guitar. And I would like the pickups in one guitar to go into the other one, and you can keep the guitar that the pickups are coming out of." And it was this bright pink, like neon pink. Um, was it a Dean or a Grand Prix? I think it was a Grand Prix. Dean and Grand Prix used the exact same body and neck for the longest time, and they had an ebonol, like a man-made fretboard, ebonol. And it just wasn't my again Floyd Rose, so I sold that off. But he contacted me and said, "Hey, can you do a pickup swap for me?" And there we go. And you can keep the pink guitar and whatever. And I'm like, I would love to, but my soldering iron is dead. I don't have a good soldering iron. And he's like, "Well, what do you need?" "Well, what do you need?" I'm like, "Dude, stop." He goes, "If you're gonna do the work for me, I want you to at least have the soldering iron." So he went out and bought a soldering iron at fucking Harbor Freight. And it's worked awesome. It's like a nice bass unit. It's got wow, these pots are actually nice. I like these. Hopefully we'll get this thing worked out. We'll get this worked out, but let me put these on because we are going to keep these pots in there. Absolutely. Oh my God. Oh my God. Oh my gosh. Nice. Oh, fuck you. Oh no, what'd I do? God, I hate it when you push the pots in too much and then they won't turn. There we go. There we go. I'll worry about their orientation afterwards. It's a rad guitar, man. It really is. Cool. Let me go put this down, clean up my space, and we can just chat if you want. We can just chat if you'd like. Put all my tools over here. I'll throw this tape over there. I just almost broke something, but you know what? Whatever. I would give it a setup right now because I do have strings and everything, and I would do that, but I want to get it wired up before I do anything else to it. Let's bring this in. You like this shirt? I wore it yesterday. I woke up today. I haven't even gone into my shower or anything. I'm doing a lazy day, a fucking lazy day. Let me shut this off. All right, let me see what's going on in the chat now that I can actually see it. All right, not much. Alan says Aerosmith is retiring because Steve Tyler messed up his vocal cords. You know what? Honestly, I mean, I did know that. I did know that. Obviously, I'm a Boston guy, so we would have heard that on the radio like for the past fucking however long it's been since they announced it. Um, but yeah, I mean, how old are they? You know, it's about time. It's about time. I actually thought about doing a video about aging, musical artists because it's one thing if like the Stones or the Beatles, they age gracefully while they're playing, or maybe not so gracefully. But I was into stuff that's wicked extreme. Well, for the time anyway. I started off with thrash metal, so it's like watching elderly people playing thrash metal. It just doesn't have the same vibe. And I'm not saying that people can't age and mature because that's exactly what happened, and that's part of the process of life. You age and your ideals and your morals and things change as you get older. With life experience and what have you. So we'll take Metallica for instance. They were just in town a couple of weeks ago, or last week, I should say. And everyone's like, "Why didn't you go? I thought they were your favorite." I'm like, I don't know. I don't know. They just don't have. When I used to go see them, I saw them from Master of Puppets until I think Reload. Maybe even the next out. I think I might have seen them during Saint Anger, but I seen them at least once for each album. Justice, I saw them twice. I saw them at Monsters of Rock. They had what was a Kingdom Come. It was them, Dawkins, Van Halen, and Scorpions. I think was it the Scorpions? I'm pretty sure it was, and that was before Justice came out. And then I saw him on the Damage Justice tour when the Cult was opening up for him. Sixth Row Dead Center. Sixth Row Dead. My buddy Ole, God rest his soul. Um, calls me up out of nowhere. He's like, dude, $40. Sixth row, dead center. We're right there on the stage. Your guitar hero, which was James Hetfield. It's right there. You can smell his bad breath. I'm like, cool. I sold $40 for my mom. They were literally just on their way out the door for a vacation. I took $40. It's the only time I ever truly stole from my parents. And it was a great show. But I don't know. They just don't have the energy that they used to have. And again, that comes with time, age, wisdom, and growing as a human being. I just don't want to see James Hetfield being happy. Do you feel good? I don't want that. When I'm listening to fucking early Metallica, I want that angst. I want that, the vibe of when it was fresh in their minds and all that. So I, I enjoy my past experiences seeing them live. And I can always just, put in Cliff 'em all if I wanted to. So I didn't go. I didn't go because of that. And I think it was Grace. Is it Grace Jones? Is that her name? The chick from White Rabbit. What do you call it? Airplane. Jefferson Airplane. Is it Grace Jones was actually the actress, the black lady with the short hair. I can't remember. You know who I'm talking about. And I think it was her that said, I'm not going to go back out there because I wouldn't want to go see elderly people play rock and roll. So, but my nephews went and saw him. They loved it. They loved it. They wish they had been able to go see him when I used to go see them. It is what it is, man. And it was kind of like the Stones with me and the Who. When I was in high school, they were coming around again, and I got to experience that. You should play the NES Halloween themed game called Creepin' It Real. It's a chip tune album with a Plinko Kaboom style game. Okay, I have it written down. I just don't have any way of playing NES games on my laptop right now. Honestly, Alan. So let me open up Wall Jump Ninja. Let me open up Wall Jump Ninja. And hold on, my screens are all fucked up now. Now I can't see the chat. Where's the chat? There's the chat. There's the game. Oh my god, we got everything. You know what I don't have though? I don't have a controller. 'Cause I wasn't planning on playing video games. I wasn't planning on playing the video games. It looks like we're gonna play the video games. Let me get rid of the webcam. We'll plug in my Atari Modern controller. All right. All right, I'm already dead. Restart. Oh man, what a fun game this is. I'm gonna have to. I honestly haven't played it in a while. Are the sounds okay? Ah, your sister's a whore. Sister's a whore. I think this could be a little louder. I think the game could be a little louder. All right, let me know how the sounds are, guys. All right. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. The wave of hell is coming. Ah, I stepped on the dick spike. The dick spikes. I got to room 13. Beyond the green door. The only reason that's on my mind is there's this town just adjacent to us called Stoneham. And they had a movie theater, like, a couple little screen movie theater, like, like my parents would have had in the 50s and 60s. And I guess in the 70s and 80s, it was a fucking porn house, which is weird because Stoneham just doesn't seem like that type of town, What's up, kid? Ah, is it hot out there? It feels like it's hot out there. Fuck the sun. If I had my way, it would be gone.
Give you a huggy?
You can give me a hug. I don't care. Come say hi to everybody. Come say hi to everybody.
I'm sweaty after the thing.
So what? I'm a dude. I haven't showered yet today, so I probably won't until tonight.
Fun.
Yeah, it is fun.
I'm having a sleepover with our neighbors on Friday.
Oh, yeah?
I heard
What's the special occasion?
we're going to have a sleepover for a couple of years.
For a couple of years? Hey, how come you haven't done it yet? Timing?
And it's basically my last week of summer before I get down to business.
Before you get down. This kid here is fucking busy all the time, man. Around the house, she's lazy as fuck.
That's from me.
But this kid does fucking dance. Can't I remember to come to the bottom? I need to learn to go to the bottom of those. She got dance, she does flute, she does band,
I teach.
she's a hitman. She fucking builds locomotives.
No. Help out our police camp. I do a lot of community work.
This one here is going to be immortalized in the local police department. Forever. She does the junior police camp, which before she was a student, now she's a mentor. Is that what they call you guys?
Yeah, counselor.
Counselor.
Don't listen.
And she won some kind of an award. What was the award?
Sergeant Brennan Award.
What does it represent?
Basically.
Do you even know what award you won?
I do. They explained it. Basically, like this really young sergeant. He was like everything a police officer should be. Like he was kind to the kid, like helped out the community. But when it was time to get down to business, he was like awesome.
Did he used to shoot people?
No. So
Break yourself, fool!
I heard that like it's really hard for a police officer after with the mental stuff.
It is.
Like after they shoot a person, they just mentally they just can't do it.
So that's why you won it, because mentally you can't do it. I don't understand what the connection is. All right. Well, either way, this fucking kid, she won an award, and what they're gonna do is they're gonna put her name on a plaque inside the local cop shop. So,
They only gave out 2 of them this year.
RetroArch 3D eBay Etsy store has 2600 NES and Sega Genesis and a themed cartridge storage for the Atari 2600 game themed diorama. Okay, cool. Rad. Why not?
Crank that for 10 minutes.
What would you put it down to 68? But also, can you give me a soda? Please?
Fine.
Fine. That's why you have kids. So when you're streaming, they can get you your drinks. If I was a drinker, she would know how to make drinks by now. But I am not a drinker, so.
I'm not getting you a beer.
I'm a smoker and a midnight toker.
Take a lap, bud.
Share my weed with no one. Well, I don't have. Hey! I know we're having fun here, but relax with the mouth. I don't care. Relax. Oh, okay, I got through here. At 5. Are you having supper over there? Cool. That means I don't have to cook for you. Oh. All right. Can I stream? You're supposed to scream.
Ah.
People think I'm a lunatic as it is. I might as well pretend to essay.
Don't.
How do you say? I'm alive. That's what everyone says. I'm alive. Killer. I know what I almost said. That's fucked up. I didn't even mean that. I guess I'm too used to fucking people talking on TikTok. I'm too tired to give a crap every day. How you like me now? That's what I keep forgetting to do. Don't bother you. What are you talking about? Oh, I thought I could jump over it. Thank you for the soda, hun. All right. Does anyone remember how high I got before? And I don't mean smoking. I mean, what room did I accomplish myself? I think I got like past 30, right? Last time we played this. Ah! Right. I gotta move something here. What the hell? All right. Yeah, so I mean this kid's always busy. Whereas the other one, I swear to God, do you have that friend that has a cat but you've never seen the fucking thing? I have a cat somewhere that hides whenever anyone's in the house. That's the other kid. That's the other one. on, man. Oh. I guess I haven't really been practicing enough. Who's gonna go see the new Alien flick? I want to see it. I probably won't see it in the theaters, though. I don't know, maybe I will. It's on IMAX. I wouldn't mind seeing a xenomorph coming at me. I'm excited for it. I'm excited for it. If you guys remember correctly, a while ago we did a vinyl model kit of a face hugger. Yep, wall jump ninja! And that's supposed to be turned into a lamp. I get this giant plastic Easter egg that I'm supposed to turn into an alien egg, and then have the face hugger like stick it straight out like this, and then either have a light on the inside, either have a light inside the egg, looking up like a green one, or have a cord going up the face hugger's tail and the bulb hanging out of the. I'm just gonna call it the vagina, because it was modeled to look that way. It looks like a roast beef sandwich, if you know what I'm talking about. Guys from Boston will know what I'm talking about when I say, chicks from Revere. Fucking blue eyeliner and the fucking skyscraper hairdos. They're all named fucking Marie. Should have slid down for that one, guys. I apologize for not doing very well. I'm still bummed out about the guitar. I was hoping to play it tonight. The reason I really wanted to swap out the pots is because the pickups almost seemed like they were microphonic. And talking about it in my other channel, and I don't, again, we spoke upon this earlier. I don't know why. Oh, what the fuck? I didn't think of this originally, but I saw the 500K pots, and I knew it was an active setup. So I should have known right away that the 25K pots is what we needed. But it sounded horrible. And I'm like, are these cheap? And someone chimed in and was like, no, actually, those ESP pickups are probably this model from this guitar. And they're actually really nice pickups. Just get yourself a set of 25K pots and you should be good to go. So I decided to just do that for now. I'm not into the active thing anymore. I mean, it'd be nice to have, one guitar around with it, but I would rather have actual EMGs. And everyone's like, put in the headset. And I'm just like, I don't want this thing to be a James Hetfield guitar. It's a Chinese copy, and it says ESP on it, and I don't like that. A lot of that's going to get changed. I don't want it to reflect what it's supposed to be a mock of. I'm not into bootleg, but it was free. It's a nice modding platform. Fuck. I do that every time. Every fucking time. Oh, man. Every fucking time. So we'll get it going. I have another guitar I need to wire up. I just assembled. I have this thing called the Overload or something like that by First Act. People pick on First Act guitars, and I used to. Until a local kid just like, hey, do you want a telly project? I'm like, I ain't got any money. He's like, it's just a First Act body, and that guy got. Do you want it? Why the hell do I keep doing that? I'm like, okay. Some of these First Act guitars are really nice. You just gotta swap a few things out. But this guy, fucking $35, this Overload. Kind of reminds me of a double cutaway Gibson Melody Maker. that I unwired it. There we go. That's what you're supposed to do right there. Because I was gonna swap the electronics out for something I have here. Shit. But I think I'm gonna. I think what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna put it back to the humbucker that was in it. That's 2 wires. I undid that, so I know it's not fucked up. But that one needs a new nut. The nut that was on it was broken. Someone just kind of glued it together and just made it work, but it doesn't work. So what I did is I shimmed it with cardboard. Thing plays great though, man. It's a fun guitar. It's a great hang it low and just play down and dirty. Think think Johnny Depp in Hollywood Vampires. You know, or that stupid clone commercial he fucking did. One of those kind of guitars, you know. Guys, we know we're doing better than this before, right? So I need you guys, probably you, Alan, really, to help me out here. On my other computer before it died, I had this and a couple of other suggested games in a folder. For some reason, it's so weird. I couldn't get the file to work in the folder that Stella works off of. But by themselves, they're fine. Just has a Stella. Damn it! It's just on my laptop. Just click on it, it fires up. It's not even in Stella. Ooh. I'm not smart, guys. Give me hardware, I'll figure it out. Software? Like that. I can't even figure out RetroArch. RetroArch is needlessly fucking complicated. Go to this folder. Put this folder here. You're gonna fucking pick this emulator. There's fucking 20 different versions of it. I know. Someone's gonna come with, look, that's fucking horrible. Well, you're not a software guy. It's fucking impossible. Oh, man. I fucking hate it. God damn it. But regardless, I wish I could remember what those games were because we were planning on doing a couple streams with those specifically. But if anyone can think of it, maybe I'll fucking look back at a couple of my streams and see if I can't find it. Another thing I need to remember to do is let go of the fucking direction once in a while. Because that can fuck you up. Like right there, if I was pressing up too much, we would have been screwed. Just hoping to get around it. I don't know how to use Still Talk the Commentary of Atari Age. What? I don't know how to use Still Talk to the... Oh, okay. Yeah, talk to the community. I don't go into Atari Age, honestly. We've talked about this before, and I have no beef against Atari Age at all, actually. I think they're fucking wonderful, especially like during the Coleco Chameleon days. Those cats were all over it, you know? Like, it didn't take seconds for people to be like, oh, that's not right. That's what this is. Those who remember know what I'm talking about. But when forums get big like that, I get overwhelmed. So so I just kind of stay away from them. Plus, there is a culture there that I just don't jive with, honestly. There's a I don't know. I can't. I just can't do it. The need to be shitty because of some elite feels. I mean, we're in a small world, even though in that world it's pretty big, but it's like Atari casts in the large scheme of things aren't really all that fucking important. Like, if you don't know who a fucking programmer is, I don't know if the community's still like that, but I remember there was this one dude who he just like playing Atari games. And he didn't know who somebody was, and like the fucking community went after him. This was like 4 or 5, maybe even longer ago. How many years ago? Fuck. Fuck. So I don't go over there too often. There's a lot of really good dudes. A lot of really good dudes over there. Yeah. And when the Amico stuff was really, first starting out, I kind of got sucked in. And somebody actually reached out to me and was like, "Hey, look, we got a bunch of homebrew and television games if you want to try a few out." And I honestly, I could go over there and check my messages and figure it out. They sent me 2. They sent me Jawbreaker, which never worked. The package and everything was beautiful. I wish I told him I'd send it back. He was like, "Nah, no." I'm like, just put it with a different one. He said, "Nah, let me just send you out a new cartridge." Never did get it. I don't care. But there was also their version of Sequest. Really great game. Really great game. But they really wanted me to get into the Intellivision vibe. Fucking hell. Oh, come on, man. Come on. If I don't get to at least room fucking 20, legit, I'm gonna fucking lose my mind. I think last time I just shut up and played. When you're streaming, you have this fucking desire to chat. It's like sometimes you just need to shut the fuck up. That's something I need to learn. Oh no! Fuck. Well, fuck a doodle do. What's this going on, Stella? Talk to Basin Eye Cream Productions. It's ironic that you said that because okay, so let's do a little history. I don't know if Clico Joe is still in here. But a long time ago, Clico Joe was just like, dude, you need to stop playing games on your channel. I was totally against doing gameplay. I never understood it. I don't understand why people can sit here and watch this. I understand now. There's a few games that got me into that. Believe it or not, Friday the 13th was one of them. Not the NES one, the Gun Media. I knew as soon as I hit the button that was a bad move. So dude sent out this it was like a Air Pro Mac or something like that. Completely set up with whatever, window Mac uses for an emulator. I can't remember what it was. It was a really nice setup. I had that for a number of years, and then one day soda. Soda took it out. I still have it. And so then I got something cheap. I just got something cheap just to do whatever. And I don't know if you guys remember, but it just didn't have the balls to do any of this. So Bacon Ice Cream Productions apparently had a couple of just little Windows machines hanging out in the garage. So he put something together for me too. So the laptop that just died, when I got it, you could definitely tell it was fucking used, Oh my god! Fuck! Where am I? Oh my god. What I should do is I should have him connect to my computer, pay him like $50 or something like that. He probably wouldn't take it anyway, but just be like, look, here, connecting to my computer. I need you to set up emulators for me. What's a good television emulator? Instead of me doing RetroArch for right now, what's a good television one? And where can I get like a good supply of ROMs? Gameplay watching is therapy for some people. I totally get it now. I totally get it. Honestly, and if you look at my channel, the first handful of years, I didn't really do too much. I mean, I did do gameplay. I remember early on we did Excite Bike 64, which I think is a really great game. I was really trying to get into the N64. I just can't. I just can't. We played, I think it was Asteroid 64. You know, I know I played a few Sega games here and there. And my very first actual Atari review was the CX380 video pinball. But I was always a sit and chat kind of guy. I just like fucking talking, I guess. I don't know. I don't talk to people. I don't. You think I'm fucking joking? I go nowhere. I go nowhere. I have no social skill. Well, I mean, I have social skills. I just don't like fucking people. So I go nowhere if I can fucking help it. So I'm a sit and chat kind of guy. Oh, come on, man. I should have been able to go right over that. And I used to say it all the time. I just don't understand how people can sit there and watch just gameplay. You know, like when I watched New Swing Gamer, it was different because he was not only talking about the game, it was like an encyclopedia. This game was programmed by this guy. It had these fucking stories behind it. This is the year it was published, and here's a few little hints and tricks, and then he ranks it at the end of it and everything. So, and I've been saying for years that my boy Phil there is one of the most amazing Atari or retro gaming resources on the fucking planet. Genuinely. I can't tell you how many times I've been like, wow, I'm not familiar with this game. And I'll punch it in, and his video will come up at least in the first 5, And though him and I don't chat as much anymore, and I'm not gonna lie, it's Amico related. And it's not that I honestly don't know how he feels about me personally, I'll be honest with you. But I know we're on opposite spectrums, so I just don't go over there anymore. Because I know if I go to his page, it could start a little bit of trouble. People come over to, hey, this, that, and like sometimes I just don't know when to just let it be. And that's his channel, and I'm not trying to fuck with that. Phil is such a fucking great dude, and we've gone back and forth a number of years, with packages. In fact, I got a whole bunch of cards behind me, basketball cards and baseball cards and special packs from Fenway itself that you can't purchase, that kind of a thing. I've been meaning to send to him for probably a year now, a little over a year. But he's sent me care packages, usually really cool stuff. I mean, games, yeah. I mean, he was also one of those cats that wanted me to really get into television. So I remember he sent me a handful of them during the when we used to do the IO Christmas box. Or the what do you call it there? The fucking why, dude? we would do the Secret Santas over there. And I kind of left there too, IO. Not for that reason, but because things started getting overwhelming for me. And again, going back to forums, it's not just Atari age. And I was taking on too much at the time, and I literally had a breakdown. I was gone for like a month and a half, if you remember correctly. Um, and there's just some relationships that I'd love to mend, even though they probably don't need mending. You know, the only thing that's really changed is time, at least on my end. So I don't go over to Phil's channel too often anymore. I watched, I just don't comment. I watch a lot. I just don't comment anymore. Now that things are starting to calm down on that front, I'm hoping that things can just kind of go back to the way they were pre-COVID, pre-Intellivision Amico. It's so fucked up now, Glico Joe was in here earlier. A really good buddy of mine. Really good buddy of mine. And we didn't have like a falling out, but we kind of fell apart there for a little bit because of, again, the Miko stuff. Although we still we still had our fun in the background. Like he would show me because he was an anti guy. And he would send me like fucking memes, and he would send me links to like games that people were putting together to. I have a sense of humor, and even though I was on the side of the console, I get it. I get it. And I like humor. But him and I just don't chat like we used to anymore. And I think there's an awkwardness there on my end. Maybe a little bit of a shame. Not because I was involved in any of that, but ashamed more of how the relationships kind of tethered off at my doing because of my own insecurities and anxieties to what was going on. You know? So, I think Joe's a good dude. He's a good dude. Him and I make fun of people. That's basically what we do. We make fun of people and call each other gay. That's it. Little does Joe know, I have a bromance going on with a Canadian, so my buddy Mike of Irmo Custom Models. The girls call him my bromance. Fuck you, your sister's a whore. Wow, I suck at this today. I might be playing this all night now. We may even come back on tonight. We'll see. But yeah, Phil, No Swing Gamer, really good dude. Really good dude. I hope none of these people have any ill will towards me because of my affiliation with things. There we go. You gotta remember, you gotta slide down sometimes, bro. Ha! That was by the skin of my fucking teeth. Oh my god, look at that. Fucking wonders never cease. Your sister's a fucking dirty twat. What happened to the IO chat channel that you made a while ago? The IO chat channel isn't mine. That is, you know what? Let's do this. Let's do this. Let's go into the browser. Let me pull this up. I'll go into another. Oh, is IO gone? Oh no. I'm gonna have to talk to Atari.io, right? .io. All right, never mind. I was gonna share the screen. I was gonna go into the thing. So Atari.io is just another forum. There was a page called 7800.com on Facebook that I got involved in, ooh, 10, 11, 12 years ago. And they used to do Wednesday night chats. And there would be like, they would do prizes and do like trivia. It was a really fun, place to be. But they have a forum. It's basically a forum and an information page. But it basically take IO. I mean, take Atari Age. Excuse me, I got a little bit of indigestion here. And condense it down to a much smaller group of people. And that's what it is. This guy Justin down in Florida put it together. This cat's been involved in Atari for God forever. I mean, he collects stuff like documents from the company and shit. He's legit. And if I remember correctly, I think he owns the name Syzygy, which is what Atari's one of their original names were. I can't remember if Syzygy was first because there was another name too, I believe. Oh no, Horror Games. That was like a pseudo company. But there are some early cabinets that say Atari Syzygy or Syzygy Atari. And I believe Nolan Bushnell changed it because no one could say the fucking name. Oh well. But it's his site, Atari.io. At least that's what it used to be. I'm gonna have to go on Instagram and be like, Justin, I was trying to show people your stuff. But that's still there. We used to do a lot of like Secret Santas. The junk boxes were always so much fun. Fuck you! I keep doing that. The junk boxes were always so fun. If you don't know what a junk box is, I was going to try to do it with my members, but health got in the way. And we will absolutely be doing it soon. Well, when I say soon, I mean probably after the new year. When I get a few things together here. Again, everything's contingent on schooling right now. I haven't really been talking about my personal shit lately. But one of the things that... So, you gotta understand, when I was younger, when I was in high school, I knocked a chick up my senior year. So, a lot of my life plans kind of got thrown out the window with that. I was originally going to become a Marine and hopefully eventually a state trooper. Yeah. That didn't happen. So, I went straight from school to work. I never really gained any actual like skills. I never learned a trade, or I never really went to school to learn anything like business or anything like that. But I did eventually end up in corrections by accident. I managed the friendlies for a number of years, and then I became the wow. I keep doing that same shit. I became the operations manager for a company called Pioneer Medical Systems, which doesn't exist anymore. In fact, the building is not even there anymore. It's apartments or something now. It used to be on Washington Street in Melrose, right on the border of Malden and Melrose. And one day, I went with my brother's friend to go pick up his paycheck at this correctional facility that he worked at. Not the same one my brothers worked at. At the time, both my brothers worked for the Suffolk County Sheriff's Office. And I thought we were going there to pick up this kid's check. What it is my brother and him got together and we're like, we got to get him into the family business. And next thing you know, I'm filling out fucking HR paperwork and I got a state job. Typically, that doesn't happen right away. You become a contractor. You don't get paid as well, but you get paid better than minimum. But as state jobs open up, which is code for if we like you or not, you become a hired state employee and you get all the benefits. Luckily for me, I got state employee like almost instantly. I was a contractor for a few, fuck this shit, man. For a few months. I mean, you just have to do that. But I was told right away that after those few months, as long as I wasn't a fuck and I was on time and I was there, I would be a state employee. And I was. So I went into corrections and did that for a good number of years. And took all my classes through there, UMass Lowell, which is a school we were at this past weekend, by the way, for the girls. They're starting to do their college tours, which is good. That means they're going to be getting the fuck out of here in the next year or two. So I did that for a number of years. I figured, okay, this is going to be where I retire from. And I didn't really learn other skills besides anything that was related to that. And then when that went out, I knew restaurants. So while I was trying to figure out whether or not I was going to take an office job with the state, because they didn't get rid of me, they can't. It was just a matter of, what I can do when I found out my hip was deteriorating, or my sacrum, actually. My sacrum's deteriorating away from my hip. And that is one of my biggest problems in life. That, I keep forgetting that that's going to happen in room 19 every fucking time. So while I was trying to figure out what I was going to do, whether or not I was going to work for the state, I started working at this little sandwich shop called Sweet Home Chicago in Glendale, Arizona, 59th and Bell. And then I decided to separate myself from state service without prejudice. Or that's how they, that's how they worded it. Fucking hell. And eventually I bought into that sandwich shop, became partial owner, operator. And then after a couple of years of doing that, it turned out the way I signed my contract, I kind of got fucked. I didn't know anything about business, dudes. One day I keyed my location. I bought into it so he could open up a second one, which failed fucking miserably. In fact, my store was keeping his alive. The guy was a scumbag anyway, Mike Rothschild. What a piece of shit this guy was. I walked into I keyed my fucking location, my store, and there was nothing in it. Nothing. The only thing he left was the cooler because it was too fucking big to move. I'm talking about the walk-in cooler. It turns out the way I signed my contract, I was just another guy he owed money to. Get in line. So I got screwed out of that. And just from there, I just took whatever jobs I could at whatever pay I could. Never really learned any skills. So the point is, what I'm trying to get at is something I haven't been telling anybody, is that I am working with a lady through this thing called mass rehab. It's usually for people who, they have some struggles going on, whether it be, mental illness, or maybe they had some substance abuse issues in the past. Maybe they have a record. But it was recommended that I give them a shot. It doesn't have to just be those people with those sets of conditions. It's anyone who's struggling, really. And we've been working towards a very specific skill set training. So once all that's over, we're going to be taking this a little bit more serious. I'm going to purchase some stuff to, do our things. And things will become a little bit more streamlined, and not that I ever had like an actual schedule in the past, but things will be a little bit more predictable. Maybe I should just use the word predictable. So that's what's been going on lately. I'm keeping my mouth shut about it. I always talk about being broke, and it's true. I mean, I have enough to pay bills. It's not that I don't have any money. Or else I wouldn't be able to eat or anything, right? But so hopefully you guys can wish me luck in that endeavor. I'm not going to say what it is right away, but eventually we'll talk about it, I'm sure. Well, let's just say I'm probably going to be starting off at like 35 an hour, 30 to 35 an hour. Give or take, depending on, whatever. I had an opportunity to make, actually, the job was $30 an hour, plus they gave you $5 an hour for benefits. fuck. And it was actually a really good deal. It was a really good deal. It was gonna be fucking like $36 an hour just to start, but it was a security position. It was armed. It was an armed security position, and well, my missus isn't really a fan of the old pew pew toys, which I don't give a shit. But I don't know. Given my mental health history as of the last few years, I choose not to carry anymore. I choose not to carry. A little, and I know there'll be some dickheads that'll fucking stream and use this against me, but one of my first actual attempts, SI attempts, was with my sidearm. So what happened was when I was in the hospital, my now ex-wife sold it. And I just never picked up another. Oh no, that's a lie. That's a lie. I still had my Kimba. That was a Taurus 92. I think it was called a 92. It was basically a Brenner 92. What a great company Taurus is. They, they, they fucking totally fucked over Beretta. Great story, but yeah, that's why I chose against it. Probably better off not having a fucking firearm in the house. If you don't know anything about the company Taurus, if I remember correctly, they're a Brazilian company, and I believe it was Beretta that approached Brazil and said, "Hey, can we build some of our arms in your country?" And again, I don't know how much of this is true, but the way I was told it is in Brazil that the government owns the corporations, or they're in charge of the corporations. So what ended up happening was Beretta Tools got all their tooling put together. Here we go. We got this. And then once Beretta was all set up, the government was like, "Now get the fuck out of here. This is ours." Again, I don't know how true that is, but fuck it, right? Whatever. Oh, come on. I got this far. Let's go. Come on. Nothing wrong with me, too. Oh, shit. Oh, come on, man. At least we got the 27. How cool is that? There you go. You guys got a whole bunch of personal creep stuff to make fun of and or make a live stream on, or fuck it. If you want to watch it and snap the bean to it, I don't care. Have it in the background with you and your partner. Pleasure each other. I don't give a shit what you do with it. So I just choose not to carry anymore. That doesn't mean I don't have access. I'll tell you that right fucking now. No. Oh man. I knew it. I should have just fucking held off. I should have just slid, went back and forth a few times. Did you know that the dwarfs in Disney Snow White live action movie are not going to be real people? They're going to be CGI and look like plastic toys. That kind of figures. That kind of fucking figures. Yeah, I don't know, man. Movies, the film industry is dying. It's sad, too. I was thinking about all the good times I had growing up, going to see movies. The experience of it. And I know times change and ideals change, and it was always such a fun experience. Unfortunately, COVID and streaming showed a lot of people that you don't have to do that. Oh, that was fucked up. That was fucked up. Oh, how'd I make that jump? That should never have fucking happened. Oh no! Oh no! All right, we'll play a couple more rounds, and then I'm gonna sign off. Sign off. I gotta use the restroom. I'm gonna have to go pick up the other half here in a little bit. If all goes according to plan, I might be in a different location too. Because I'm trying to set up that studio, but I'm not getting a lot of cooperation from the folks here as far as helping me get some of the stuff out of the way, and so that might not be an option anymore. I don't know. Nine Inch Nails is going to make the music for the new Tron. I saw that. First of all, I don't understand. I don't. First of all, I'm not a big Tron fan. I saw the first movie back when it was, still relevant. I don't remember getting into it. I've never seen anything else past that. The Tron Light Cycle ride is awesome at Disney. It's almost like a life-changing experience. I don't know. Disney, Nine Inch Nails, I'm not seeing the two. I'm not seeing the connection. Have you heard fucking Nine Inch Nails, Disney? Come on, man. That D23 fucking thing happens. There's a lot of new shit coming to Disney. They're going to do a fucking Villain Land finally. There's going to be Monsters, Inc. inverted roller coaster, meaning instead of being in a car that's on top of the track, you're going to be in a setup where you're actually below the track, dangling like the doors in the movie. I'm excited about that. I fucking love Monsters, Inc. I really do. In fact, I think we played the PS1 game a long time ago, back when I was still in Arizona. I don't have a PlayStation 1 anymore. And I'm okay with that. Although I have been getting an itch to play Blasto. I really want to play Blasto. I haven't played that game in a long time. Since I was married. I don't think I've owned a copy of it since. I even asked my daughter the other day, I'm like, I still have that. So I remember at one point she was like, we still have that PlayStation that you bought when I was little. Actually, I bought it just before she was born, I think. And that was one of the games I had. That was one of the games I had for it. I had a whole bunch of really good games. Fuck. I had Symphony of the Night. I had fucking Blood Omen, Blasto, Silent Hill, Tarzan game, which was awesome. Tarzan on the fucking PlayStation was phenomenal. Crash. I had a Crash Bandicoots. Bust a Move 2, I think it was. That was another one in my house that was a staple. Might as well just die. The original PlayStation, man. I think that's really the last console to truly have a charm to it, PlayStation 2 kind of did, but then the Xbox came out, and from there, the game just kind of looked the same. And we continue with that today. individual consoles don't have an individual flavor anymore. It's just fucking same thing. A bunch of different platforms, you know. Nintendo could be the only one I could say is an exception to that because they're still doing what they used to do, you know? Fun, family friendly shit. For the most part, you know. But yeah, I remember when I picked up my PlayStation, it was this place called Hunt's Video. It was like this weird drugstore / electronics store. It was fucking weird. It was next to a Friendlies I worked at in high school. And a buddy of mine was playing Resident Evil, and then he put in Symphony of the Night. I was like, "What is this?" He goes, "It's the PlayStation." I'm like, "Oh." I was still fucking jamming on Genesis. Fucking guy. I went out and bought one. Bought Blood Omen. Oh, I had Dukes of Hazzard, Racing for Home or whatever it was called. That was probably one of my most favorite video game stories because I read that it was coming out. And I got all excited because I was a big Dukes fan, and the Dukes of Hazzard didn't really get a lot of love back in the day, you know. And that was the last thing I think I purchased at Child World in Saugus, Mass on Route 1. I remember I would go to that store a couple times a month and be like, "Is it in yet?" And it kept getting delayed, and then all of a sudden one day it was just in the stores. So I went there, picked up my copy. I think they were closed shortly there. Well, no, they were around for a little bit longer. But it was one of the first ones I ever anticipated. You know, got excited for, and it just kept getting delayed. Hard game, I'll tell you that. Steering in that game is fucking impossible. Holy shit. Fun game though. Fun game if you can get into it, you know. I liked it. I had a good time with it. So fucking 9 Inch Nails. So I had a friend that was really into 9 Inch Nails. I liked them. They were one of the last few bands that, you know, when you listen to, you're like, I probably shouldn't be listening to this. You kind of got this nervous feeling. At least I did. I was like that with King Diamond the first time I heard the Abigail album. I was like, this sounds like some super evil shit that I just shouldn't be listening to. In the basement of my house, listening to Abigail while working on model kits. Very distinct memory of mine. I can smell the fucking glue right now. Come on, dude. Come on, get over the hole. Or the fucking pole. Or the wall. Whatever it's called. Not even going to let him die. I'm not even going to let him die. I haven't even eaten today yet. I haven't done anything today. I haven't showered. I haven't fucking eaten. I pooped. I did poop. Proud of myself for that. The original PlayStation was fucking great. Such a great system. You know, don't get me wrong. Genesis is still my favorite game console of all time. See, I didn't go back and forth twice. Although the DualShock controller is probably my favorite controller of all time. It's a tie between that and the three button Genesis controller. Have I done ranking controllers yet? I wonder if I have. If not, we should do that video next. So So a little update on my last video, actually. So I did that video about the dude with the fuck with the Atari Lynx. He wants $250 for it, no games, and the thing looks like it's been buried in the dirt for fucking centuries. So I did message him. I did message the guy, and I'm just like, "Do you know if it fucking fires up?" And then I said to him, "Look, I'm honestly not trying to break your balls." I said, "But if you're gonna ask $250," I said top dollar for this, you might want to at least clean it off, show that it works, and take pictures of the the battery thing, so people know that the batteries aren't rotten inside." And he sent me a picture of it running, but he never changed the listing. And his exact words were, "I'm not into cleaning. I'm not into fucking cleaning." And I'm like, so I finally had it with them. I was just like, and I even said in my video, more times than not, I'll see something like that and just move on. But for some reason, I took great offense to this one. I don't know why. Once the guy's like, "I'm not into cleaning," like, all right, dude, here's the skinny. You're asking $250 for that? You ain't getting it. You ain't getting it, clean or not. $250 is if you have the box and shit. You just didn't want to fucking hear it. I know what I'm doing. No, you don't. No, you don't. You knew what you're doing. You wouldn't ask fucking $250 for it. And you would clean it up. So, yeah, it is what it is. I wish I still had my links. I wish I still had my links. I had a lot of fun with that thing, even though the screen was fucked. Although I played links on here, well, that Apple computer I had, that Mac, iMac, Air Mac Air. Oh, I knew it as soon as I hit the button. You should try playing the PC game called Adventure 2600 Reboot. Gen X Grown Up played it yesterday live on the stream. I saw that. I haven't had a chance to watch that stream. All right, let's play one more. One more. I know we say that a lot with this game, but I really do gotta go use the restroom. I need to make some meat. I'm starting to get a little weak in the knees. I got these jalapeno fucking Pepper Jack burgers. I'm really excited about putting in my face hole. I'm gonna have one of those for lunch. I'm not supposed to eat shit like that, but what are you gonna do? I die, that's on me. Shit, I can't believe I did that. Shit, I'm fucked. Maybe not, maybe not, maybe not. Alright, yay! Oh, come on. Ooh! Have you ever heard the phrase by the skin of your fucking teeth? Oh, come on, man, come on! Oh, we got the 30. We got the 30. Let me close this out. Let me go into here. So even though the stream didn't go quite the way we wanted it to go, meaning me, I had a good time. Thanks for hanging out with me this afternoon. Holy shit, it's almost 3 o'clock. I'm gonna go bummed out about Atari IO. I'm gonna message Justin. I'm gonna message Justin right now. If it is still a thing, I would encourage everybody to go join it. Atari.io was such a great community. I'm sure it still is. I'm sure it's still a fantastic community. Let me end my controller here. But Justin's a good dude. Everyone over there is good. Everyone over there is a good dude or dudette. There's a couple of chicks over there, from my understanding. There's this young lady named Diane that should be over there. She's really cool, a personal friend of mine from Jersey. Um, who's the other one? I believe Justin's girlfriend is on there. A couple of chicks are over there, but really great community. We used to do a lot of activities together. I don't know if they're still doing it, but they have little clubs within. And that's when I left. I just got my Evercade and a whole bunch of games. And they're like, "You want to be the Evercade guy?" I'm like, "Okay." And they started this Evercade club over there. And I kind of bailed. I was like, "Oh shit, I'm taking on too much." And I fucking bailed. Thank God my buddy Rick, he took it over. And as a matter of fact, Rick has my Evercade. He bought my Evercade and all my games. I gave it to him for $100, all of it. There you go. I had as much fun with it as I fucking can, and I don't like handhelds, so. But yeah, Gen X grown up. What a great guy. He's a good dude. He recently was sick. He discovered something. Thank God he's pulling out of it. Pulling out of it. So I'm gonna at least look up that NES game, Creeping It Real, just to see what it is. And I don't know. Maybe we'll get an emulator on here. We'll get it going. But either way, guys, don't forget we're still we're still within the campaign here. October is the month of the walk. I made it over 500. I finally made it over 500. You know what? While we're here, fuck it. Let's do it. Let me go into here. Let me tell it which window to capture. There we go. There we go. So we made it. We made it to 580. My aunt threw $100 at me. I think it was 100, 150. I don't know. But let me sign off by saying thank you, thank you, thank you to the following people. If it'll scroll again, Richard Haywood, Bacon Ice Cream Productions. Thank you, my friend. The Intellivision Gamer, Mickey Mojo. I still don't know who Mickey Mojo is. Please refresh my memory so I can put you in the thing. My aunt, who lost both my father and her husband to it. Howard Allen, thank you. Casey, who was also in television. And Jet, thank you guys. Thank you so much. $580. That's awesome. That's fucking awesome. Let's get to 2,500 though. Let's share that link. It's down below. No obligation. Share it. Click on it. Donate. Do whatever you can do. And if you're Mickey Mojo, please, 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 please let me know who you are. I know you told me before, but it's like I don't remember things. I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry. So I can put you in a thing. So you can use that QR code there to make it easier for you. You can just click on it, share it, donate. Please do something with that link. I don't care what it is. Just do something with it, and let's further this. Let's get to 2,500. Come on. Be nice if we got higher, but right now we're at 580. And that's amazing. That's fucking amazing. But I'm calling it not good enough. But always thank you for your continued support wherever in the world you guys are. I hope you're doing well. I really do. And until next time, take care. Creep it real. In his leg, that went to his lungs. Oh, the blood clot. That's right. That's right. For Gen X grown up. Yeah, I'm glad he's doing well, though. I'm glad he's doing well. But yeah, guys, thanks for hanging out. I gotta go take a piss. I gotta go. All right. I'll talk to you guys later.